paralyze America, attack New York City. It's the financial nerve of the United States. It's the tourist attraction of the United States. It's the symbol that represents the United States. And so we need to protect the city, and we have an enemy who is now running to take over.
Brigitte Gabriel is the founder and chairman of Act for America, a New York Times bestselling author and a passionate defender of Judeo-Christian values and Western civilization. A survivor of war and radical Islamic terror in her native Lebanon, Brigitte knows firsthand what's at stake, and she's made it her mission to sound the alarm right here in the United States. Brigitte, always great to see you. And hey, hard to believe that yesterday, July 13th, marked the one-year anniversary of President Trump's miraculous survival of that assassination attempt. Brigitte, unpack, number one, the miraculous nature of that, of course, but unpack what we've seen over the past year and how we really had a sea change here in America thanks to President Trump's leadership.
Absolutely. Well, Eric, thank you for having me back on the show. I love being with you. It is miraculous. Thank God we are seeing miracle after miracle after miracle. Thank God he saved President Trump's life. I don't believe in accidents. Everything happens for a reason. And everybody has a destiny to fulfill, and everybody has a mission and a purpose in life. And President Trump is fulfilling his purpose. I have no doubt about that. And how far we have come since last July, when things seemed so dark, when things seemed like what's happening to our nation. We are drowning. They are trying to kill the only man who is trying to save America. And look at where we are today. Because when people stand up on the truth, when people stand up on prayer, when people believe that goodness will triumph over evil, all these prayers that went up to heaven delivered to us exactly what we have today. A president, President Trump, who is a leader, who is a fighter, who is putting America first, who is putting Americans first and their interests before anybody else in the world. The changes we have seen, to the point where we had a surplus last month for the first time in 40 years in our nation. This is exactly what we have been praying for, and this is exactly what President Trump is delivering to the people that voted for him.
Yeah, Brigitte, well said. And I shudder to think of a Kamala Harris presidency, but we maybe have a preview of sorts of that, Brigitte, in New York City right now, where Zohran Mamdani, a Muslim and a communist, is the front runner to become the next mayor of America's largest city. You've compared him to Sadiq Khan, the mayor of London, who's taken that city on a downward spiral. Talk about why Mamdani is such a serious threat.
He is a serious threat, number one, because he hates America. Number two, because he's a terrorist sympathizer. Remember, the guy started his activism in college because of with the Muslim Student Association and with the Palestine issue. So the man has the interest of a terrorist regime first instead of the interest of the United States. This is not exactly the type of mayor that we want to be running our number one city in the United States. Because whether we like it or not, whether we agree with New York politics or not, whether you ever dreamt about living in New York City or not, New York City is the pinnacle. It's a representation of everything good about America. It's the economic power of the United States. It's the symbol of success of the greatest Christian country on the face of the planet, the United States of America, founded on Judeo-Christian values and freedoms. And right now, we have a mayor who is running on everything that stands against what New York stands for. He is against capitalism. He is for socialism. He is against freedom, at least the way we look at freedom. He is a terrorist sympathizer. New York is and will always remain a terror target for anybody that hates America. You want to paralyze America? Attack New York City. It's the financial nerve of the United States. It's the economic nerve of the United States. It's the tourist attraction of the United States. It's the symbol that represents the United States. And so we need to protect the city, and we have an enemy who is now running to take over. And he is a very serious threat, Eric. People don't realize that the guy, yes, he won in the primary, but is sweeping success in the primary. And I hope that New Yorkers will wake up soon enough to realize what's at stake and how soon they can lose their city and what will happen if somebody like him takes over the city.
Yeah, great points all around. We can't just let New York City go. It's our largest city, as you
No,
said, Brigitte, the economic engine, and such symbolism for the United
right,
States as well. Statue of Liberty, we can go on. Hey, about a minute left before the break,
right.
then you will be right back. Our southern border, an issue you've hit on in your great work at Act for America frequently, is essentially closed right now. Brigitte, under a minute left. Do you think we have perhaps the most secure border now? Again, what a sea change in just a year. The most secure border, perhaps, that we've seen in this country in a long, long time.
Yes, we do. And we worked very hard to get us to that point. And this is exactly why, as soon as President Trump came to power, he signed all these executive orders, a lot of them dealing with the border and securing the border. And look how swiftly and how fast he acted on that. And I'm proud to tell you that my organization, Act for America, worked very hard to codify all these bills regarding the border and the big, beautiful bill that was just passed. 28 executive orders were codified and signed into law in that big, beautiful bill. And what we're trying to do right now is codify as many executive orders as we can before the next midterm election. The security of America's borders is at the heartbeat of America's security nationwide, because the border issue is no longer just a border issue like affecting the state of Texas or Arizona. It is a national issue affecting every state in the union. And that's why securing the border was so important.
Now, Brigitte appeared recently on Piers Morgan Uncensored, and let's just say she set the record straight about the so-called Palestinian cause. Take a look.
Israel was minding its own business ever since it existed. It reached out to the Arabic world. It wanted to have peace with the Arabic world. In 1964, when the PLO, the Palestinian Liberation Organization, was founded, the West Bank was in the hands of Jordan. It was Jordan. And Gaza was in the hands of Egypt. It was Egypt. So the PLO was founded in 1964, not because of any occupation. They wanted to drive the Jews into the sea and get rid of every single Jew in the Middle East. In 2005, when Israel withdrew out of Gaza, they said, okay, we're going to give you your own state. We're going to give you your own territory. Israel forcibly removed its own people fighting the IDF by force, removed them out of Gaza. Not only to remove the people, they dug out dead Jews' bones from the cemeteries because they knew exactly what the Palestinians are going to do to the cemeteries. So in 2005, when Israel withdrew out of Gaza, there wasn't one Jew alive or dead in Gaza.
Brigitte, amen to every word. And that clip went viral, folks, and for good reason. Piers Morgan, I don't know if he knew what to say in response, but look, you know the Middle East better than anyone. And tell us why these lies have spread about Israel. It's really quite insane, and why it's so important for people like you and what we do on the show to hit back, because if we don't, no one else is going to do it.
Exactly. We are fighting an information war. The problem, Eric, the reason why most people do not know their history, they are not educated about these issues. And in the old days, people did not care. Oh, who cares? Let them all kill each other over there. It doesn't affect me. I don't care what happens over there. This was the attitude in America. And then you add to that the Palestinians repeat their lies again and again and again, unchallenged by the Israelis, because the Israelis, when they want to put, when they want to do PR, they put generals out there talking about UN Resolution 242, Article 1 and 2 with a heavy Jewish accent. Nobody can understand, talking legal mumbo jumbo. This is not how you communicate a message to the masses. You've got to be able to talk about what happened to the people. And that's where the Palestinians perfected the argument when they would show images of little babies hurting, even if it's Bollywood, even if it's lies, even if it's things that they used to make up. But it was very effective. And the problem is a lot of Jewish people stayed silent instead of standing up and defending themselves, because they did not want to create waves. They did not want to argue. They thought the problem will go away. Well, you know what? When you repeat a lie enough, it becomes truth. And when you stay silent and don't try to fight that lie, then your enemy writes the narrative, and the narrative has become the talking points that everybody is talking about. People need to understand what happened in Israel. How did we get to this point? I was stopped yesterday. I was shopping at Costco. It's Sunday. You go to Costco. do the grocery shopping. Literally, the cart guy pushing the carts into the building started talking to me. Oh, Brigitte, what do you think about 50,000 Palestinians were killed? And I said, where are you getting your information? Baloney. There is no way 50,000 Palestinians are killed because Hamas is basically the Ministry of Information. So what you're hearing is basically what Hamas is putting out. But this is the level of brainwashing that we have gotten into, not just in the United States, but worldwide. And this type of narrative needs to be fought, needs to be set straight. People need to speak the truth. People need to know their information, and they need to be able to debate based on the facts and don't back down.
And Brigitte, that's exactly what you are doing. Thank God we have you, Brigitte Gabriel, fighting the good fight. Folks, actforamerica.org, X, Instagram, YouTube, across social media. Be sure to follow Brigitte. Brigitte, God bless you. We'll see you again soon. Stakelbeck Tonight, my all-new nightly series on current events through a bold biblical lens. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you never miss an upload, and tap the bell icon so you're notified every time a new video is posted. And don't forget to share your thoughts, insights, and comments below. Thanks for watching, and God bless.